Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa. If you haven't met me, I am new to YouTube, but I am full of excitement. This is today's look. This is a go back to school look. Fresh, natural, beautiful, glamorous while going to school. So I am a college student, so this does pertain to me. This is something that I do every day on the daily. Some of these products are new to me, but most of them I did like. So keep watching if you're interested to see how I got this look. Alright guys, so I went ahead to go put a headband on since I don't want anything to go in my hair. Just put everything back, easier for you to see and stuff. So the first thing I am going to do is I am going to use my Tatcha Water Cream Moisturizer. And what I really like about this moisturizer is it really goes in my skin so nicely. It feels like melting water. I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels like melting water. And also make sure you do put some on your neck because moisturizing your neck is also very important. And then the next thing I'm going to use is the e.l.f. primer. It's called the e.l.f. Soothing Face Primer. I think this is very good for people that really need hydration in their skin, especially on the edge of the face. That's where I do tend to get a little dry. So just put that on this wherever you like. But for me personally, I prefer putting it around my face and on my neck. And I do suffer from acne, so I'm sorry if that bothers a lot of people. Oh, it sucks. And then also to control my redness, because I am naturally red, I do use the Blemish Control Face Primer, which is also by e.l.f. Cosmetics. Very good primer. So after I put on all my primers, what I like to do is my eyebrows, and today for eyebrows I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator. I am in the shade 605. I usually use my Anastasia Dip Brow, but since I'm going towards the more drugstore look. So since this is a go back to school look, I really just want to have a natural glowy look, not too intense or too glam. So brush out my hairs. Hazel's a little shy, but she's a little bundle of joy. Come on, my skin. This is Hazel. She looks a little scared. I'm sorry, she's not very used to. She looks so scared. So she is only. Bye, mice. Bye, mice. Bye, mice. Anyway, let's get back to this. So the first thing I am going to do is I am just going to underline the bottom of my brow. This might be a slight bit too light. Underestimated the color. And I just like to feather out the front, nothing too dramatic. Also, I like to brush my hairs down only because I like to see where the hairs end and get a precise line. Also, ignore this pimple. I don't know. Every time I get my eyebrows done, sometimes just I like to get a pimple there once in a while. And just nothing too much. Just a simple filling in, not too dark, not too much. Only because I know in school it can be a long day. Like usually when I go to school, I'm there from like 9 to 6 p.m. Sometimes even longer, just depending how my schedule is and how much homework I have. This semester I am doing online classes, just one elective on campus, so that'll give me the opportunity to actually record more. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's just going back to school, or an everyday look, you can say. one thing I am noticing about this brow pencil, it's not so pigmented. It's perfect if you want just a soft little fill-in brow. I think that's what's great about this. So unfortunately I don't have a drugstore concealer, but for today I'm going to use a Kylie Jenner concealer to clean out my brows. And with a Morphe M42, I am going to do that. This is a flat brush. Just gonna do the bottoms, nothing too crazy. Sometimes a lot of these concealers are so full coverage. I'm so shook sometimes. You can just blend out, nothing too crazy. The reason why I put on my primer and then do my brows is because I really want the primer to soak into my skin, so once I apply my foundation, it'll come out smooth, not a lot of texture, just to let it soak into my skin. And I don't want my foundation to come out cakey if I'm going to be doing a 8-hour, 12-hour day at school. So just like that, that's how the brows do come out. Okay. And then the next step is I am going to apply concealer on the spots where it needs more coverage, only because I do have very large acne spots around my face. So wherever I see that needs more coverage, I've always had really bad acne, even on my neck for some odd reason. I've gone to the doctors, but, you know. And with my beauty blender, I'm just going to blend it out. I got I believe three different foundations, so I'm not sure which one I really want to try out. There's so many good products that are out right now. After I spot conceal, I am going to start on my eyes only because I want the concealer to really soak in to the affected area. So the next step I will be doing are my eyes. And nothing. And you really want to make sure that there are no creasings, because that's going to affect when you apply your eyeshadow. So before you start, I would suggest finding a white shadow or a translucent powder and just swipe it across your eyelids. So the palette that I'm going to be using today is by Wet n Wild. This is the palette. And it is called Rosé in the Air, if I'm saying it right, Rosé. Sorry, I had to take an English in like a year. So the first shade that I'm going to go with is in this, white tone eyeshadow. Nothing too crazy, just gonna apply that on my lids so there are no creases or anything. The next shade that I am going to go in is into the shade number 10. That is a transition shade. Easy, just into my crease. transition shade that I am going to be using is this orange color. Very nice orange fall color, which I like to use. One of my favorite shadows. Is I am going to put this very beautiful shimmery color on my lid. This is with a M421, a flat little kabuki brush. This came in with the Laura Lee brush set that she had with Morphe. Bought it a very long time ago. I don't think it's still in stores. And I'm just going to pat that on my lid. Wow, I am honestly super shook at this little shadow. So beautiful. You don't need a lot. I only dipped in once and it came out gorgeous. The last shade that I am going to go into is this brown, deep brown shade, number 5, just to deepen up the edge of the eye look. And then going back with the M573, this is a blending brush. I'm just going to blend everything out, any hard edges that I would have. Nothing crazy. Hazel! Mama, what are you doing? And Hazel has a makeup product. Hazel! Where is my eyeliner? Oh. The last step I'm going to do with my eyelids is I'm going to apply this NYX matte liquid liner. This is a very good matte liner for all day. That'll last you all day. And I'm only going to line my lash line. I'm not going for an excessive wing today. Not really feeling it. Nothing too crazy. I am going to apply mascara. This is the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Effect. I just read Sensa and didn't think there was a second, but it's one word, but they couldn't fit it in one line. Wow. Sitting right next to me. It's super cute. So I'm just going to apply one coat of mascara. I'm going to do for my eyes, and it's the last step, are lashes. Now I did buy a couple lashes by E.l.f. Cosmetics. Well, I bought one from E.l.f. It's the Luxe Lash Kit Winged and Bold, either these or the Sonia Kajuk Dramatic Lash. But I think I'm going to be using the E.l.f. because it's less drama. Alright guys, so I am going to apply lashes. Let's see how I do because I am not really a lash person. Just sometimes, but not on camera. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so lashes are on, and I am honestly loving it. I love this little look so far. So lashes are on, and the next thing that we are going to do is foundation. Well, actually, one more step before. I want to try this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow, and I heard this is really good. I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works. I'm gonna put this on the highest points of my cheeks or wherever I need it. Okay, might just put it all over her face. Does it hurt to try? This is low-key kind of a first impressions because I've never used some of these products, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, I guess it gave me a glow. Yeah. Very nice. So the next thing we're going to do is foundation. Now, they did not have my shade in this Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. Gonna try it out. Gonna see if it's okay because it's not my shade. I'm usually shade 120, but this is 115, so that's the shade below it. So let's see. I think it'll work. So this is, I would say, a medium coverage. I wouldn't say this is full coverage because I still see like a little bit of my blemishes. Not too much coverage. So for people that are oily, I would say I would kind of stay away. I mean, it's okay if you would try it, but this is for people to dry and combination skin. I wouldn't say this is people that have very oily skin. So, especially in the T-zone. So if you do want to use this foundation, I would suggest using a very good setting powder that'll set it right into place. But I like it so far. So far, it's, I mean, I like it. But what can I say? I love makeup. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal my under eyes. Oh, I hate how they're so dark. But I am using more of a peachy tone color. Actually, I really like this concealer. It's very cute. What I like about it is that it covers all my pores. Like, you have no idea. And it does not crease into my under eye, which is also really good for the people that have very bad creases like I do on my nose. I'm sorry, on my under eyes. And voila. So I did not have a drugstore setting powder. Oh, some got in my eye. Ooh. And so, and when I went to Target, I didn't even think about it. It was really early when I went. So I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty setting powder. I'm going to set my under eyes. Suggest the Fit Me loose powder. It's very good on the skin, makes you not too dry, not too oily. So once I put everything in my skin, I know I did not bake, but I don't really like to bake because I look very patchy for some odd reason, even though I'm oily. So I'm just going to let that sit for a bit, and then whatever I have, I'm just going to put it into my beauty blender. This is also by E.l.f. Cosmetics. I prefer this one over the actual original beauty blender, So it's been around 5 minutes since I've put the setting powder, and now I'm just going to dust off whatever I have on my face, the excess powder. Oh, and by the way, the brush that I used to dust off any of my powder was I don't know because the number is off, but it is a little powder brush from Morphe. I also got this through the Laura Lee and Morphe collection, the brush collection. So the next product that I'm going to be using is the Butter Bronzer in the shade Sun-Kissed Bronze. And I really do love this formula. I think it is one of the best bronzers I've used, and I've used Hourglass and Fenty Beauty, but I honestly prefer this one over any other bronzer out there. Hopefully there's another product that'll change my mind, but for now, this is a product that I love, just love so much. Just makes my cheekbones pop up, you know, just pop. And then I also like to do it all around my forehead, just to add a little dimension to my face, since I do have a very round face. And then the next step that I am going to be doing is I am going to be bronzing up my nose. You can say I really do have a wide nose, so I don't really like to contour that much, since I do have a very wide nose. Just not too much. Oh, it's not that bad. And then I just like to connect it, just, you know, since and so just like that, nothing too crazy. And then the next step, one of my favorite steps, is to put on blush. Take this Wet n Wild Connie Con. It is a more peachy blush. I mostly go to warm tones like a rose color, but today I just really want to try this color just to add a little peachiness to my cheeks. Just a little bit, not too much. Sometimes I overdo it with the blush and just ruins the whole look, but I really like this shade though, honestly. I am loving this little peachy blush. You guys haven't tried this place? Y'all have to try it. Oh my god. And this is also my Jeffree Star Metal Straw. Save turtles. We're almost done. So the next step that I'm going to do is take my Maybelline Master Chrome metallic highlighter. I haven't tried this. This is actually my first time trying it. But I've always used, what kind of highlighter do I use? I always use the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. And then there's Kylie. Take this Morphe R36 brush and just gonna dip in. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. Ooh, it's very golden, very. Ooh. Girl, don't even get me started with highlighter. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Ooh, loving this highlighter. And then I also like to take some on the tip of my nose and whatever that is. I just love highlighters so much. It just, I don't know, it just makes my face even better. That's too much confidence. And what I am also going to do is I am going to add a little bit of highlight in my inner corners, if I can find the brush. Really love this highlighter. Out of the park, y'all. Just to add a little glow. And low-key, I'm feeling this headband now all of a sudden. Ooh, and you cannot forget, obviously, your brow. Hello. I swear, I love highlighters so much. So highlighter really just adds so much dimension to your face. You have no idea. What's the next step? The foundation was very illuminating, not matte. So I am going to put this just to mattify my face, since I do tend to get very oily on my T-zone. So just what can I say? I love me a setting spray. And then what I also like to do, since you know my highlighter is popping, I just like to, with the same brush, no more product, just gonna go over it to see, you know, a little more glow, just to. And then with my beauty blender, just gonna blend everything in. And the last step for today, I am going to use this lip liner. It is by NYX Cosmetics. Yep. I will link everything down below because I know I changed the bronzer last minute. Wasn't my shade. Not surprised. So I'm just going to outline my lips. I'm going to top it off with the lip liner, a lip gloss. This is a Jeffree Star lip gloss in the shade Legends Only. Really love the formula of this lip gloss. I'm not a lip gloss person, but This changed the game. Literally yesterday, I had it on all day, and I had pizza, so I thought it was really good. So this is the finished look. Thank you so much for the people that are watching and my subscribers. I am so happy I actually decided to start this. This is my first makeup look on film, so I'm pretty excited about this. I hope you really guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about today's video. If you guys want to see more of this, just let me know. You know the role. And thank you once again. You guys